Good evening and welcome back to Tectonic. Today is launch day for the new Apple M4 Mac Mini, and guess what we have here on launch day? We have one. So that's the brown box it comes in. This is the white box it comes in, and this is the all-important bit, the silver box that all the power comes in. It's absolutely super small, really compact. So I thought I'd just take you through a quick unboxing, which I'll cut to now, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the accessories you might want to consider getting with one of these if you're going to be buying one. And then I should be doing a little follow-up video for the initial setup to take you through that if you've never done one of those before. And then we'll be doing some comparisons because this is my Apple beast. I have the M2 Pro, which I've been using now for a few years, which I absolutely love. So we'll be comparing that to see how the performance compares. And in the Windows world, dare I say it, this is my little Windows beast, which when you see them next to each other, they're almost identical in size, very similar ports actually on them, both in height and width and depth. And I should be running a few comparisons with that. This is an AMD based one. I consider this for a Windows machine to be super fast. So we'll run a few comparisons and see similar specs because it's possibly not that dissimilar a price, certainly if you compared it to the base model. But this is the M4 Pro, so this is the Mac Mini Pro. I decided to go for that because of the extra RAM and the form factor. I wanted to get as much of a comparison to the M2 Pro, which is what I was running before, the 16 gig version, and this is kind of the base model of this one. But anyway, we'll step through some of those, so come along and have a look. So it comes in this lovely brown box, super compact, like everything else really from Apple nowadays, and this has gone to a very environmentally friendly, no plastics setup. So they are truly an art form, the boxes. I'm sure there's teams of people working on these to produce such lovely puzzles to undo. So we revealed a nice little white box, one of the smallest certainly for any of their computers so far. They peel apart so perfectly. And only to reveal the lovely brand new sparkling Mac Mini Pro. So shall we go through some specifications here? So this one is, as I say, the Mac Mini Pro, which has got the M4 Pro chip, which comes with, on this particular one, it comes with a 12-core CPU, 8 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, and then a 16-core GPU with hardware accelerated ray tracing and a 16-core neural engine. And on the M4 Pro chip model, you get faster memory bandwidth, excuse me, 273 gigabytes a second. Now they do the M4 chip version, which has a kind of cut down number of cores and slower bandwidth on it. But I say I've gone for the Pro chip on this one just to give me a direct comparison to the base model M2 Pro from previously. As you can see, it's got a built-in power supply on this one, so it's just a 2-pin plug to go in there, which we'll come to shortly. And the array of ports is just superb on this. I think they've done a brilliant job. So here we go. This is the little cord, and it's a braided cord. I really like this, so it should be fairly tangle-free. They've unfortunately not included any stickers. I think this is just a personal taste thing, but I really liked the fact that you've got the little Apple stickers before. Instead, we've got these little tiny booklets which just go through the ports. You'll find naming them there on the front and the back of the machine, and some beginner instructions, quite straightforward. But on my next video, we'll be going through it stage by stage anyway, just so anybody starting out new on any Mac really, but in particular on the Mac Mini, I'll take you through what you need to do to get it set up. So the cord here, again, perfectly packaged. There's so much detail in just a coiled cable in cardboard. It really is like a little puzzle. And it's really well made. I think they've done an excellent job here. The first time I've seen a braided corded cable for any of their desktop machines. I certainly didn't get that on the original M2 Pro or the original M1 Mac Mini, which is what I started with. And here we go, super compact. So there you go, a quick unboxing of the new Mac Mini M4 Pro. I'm really looking forward to getting this going and taking you through the setup and configuration of it. I'll be covering some more bits and pieces in the next video, as well as the setup, including a few things I think you may want to consider getting if you get yourself one of these. As you've probably seen, because there's been a lot of coverage in the press and certainly on YouTube, this model comes with just USB-C, so no USB-A ports. So I've got myself a few of these. They're very, very cheap. Hopefully that's in focus. But it's a little USB-C to A port, and I'm colour matched as well to the Mac Mini. So I pop that in the front and it gives me, if I need it, and I have got things that are just USB-A still. Most of them are USB-C, like this little thing, but there's still a few USB-A ones around, and having these is an ideal little conversion rather than a whole cable. And the other thing, which I've seen a few complaints about for this one, that it doesn't have an SD reader in there. So I've got myself a nice little Ugreen SD card, micro SD and all these size SD card reader. This one is one of the new generation, which is extra quick. So I'll put some test results for this perhaps in the next video as well. I'm going to be producing a fair few on this, so if you like this sort of thing, please do give us a thumbs up to start with, give us a like, and perhaps consider subscribing to the channel as well. But I'll be doing some tests on the speed of this little box, which I think is a better move than having an SD card reader in the machine. To have something like this so you can plug it in and out, and it can work in your phone and that as well. So extra benefits. So thanks for joining me on this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope there's something useful there for you, and check back soon. Good night.